Good morning. My name is Linda LaCour Hobar. I am the author of The Mystery of History, and I'm going to show you a quick week at a glance. This is just the guts of the series and how it's set up. There are 4 volumes. Volume 1 is the ancient time from creation to Christ. Volume 2 is the early church in the Middle Ages. Volume 3 is the Renaissance Reformation. It's the pretty book. And Volume 4 is the one I'm working on, which will be out in about a year. Now, unique to Volume 1 is how I have woven Bible history and world history together, which is evident in the table of contents. You'll see that Daniel is near, Aesop in the Old Testament. And there's so many others that are woven together in the same time period. But a week at a glance would look like this. A student would start with a pretest. And these are fun in nature, like games, and it's just to get everyone warmed up. And then a typical lesson in Volume 1 is just a couple of pages in length. This happens to be on Hannibal crossing the Alps with elephants. It's out of Roman history. Now, after each lesson are activities for younger, middle, and older students. And this is where you farm out the family. And this is so significant because students that are young are really not, in my opinion, going to get over the elephants in this story. So they get to play with elephants all day long. The middle student will be gets to write a diary pages if he's in Hannibal's army. And the older student has to do some more research on the Punic Wars to realize that this story is one of 3 Punic Wars, which the word comes from the Phoenicians. So you can truly use this over and over because students can grow with a program. When they're young, they can do one thing. As they age, they can do another. The second lesson of this week happens to be the Han Dynasty, which is a story out of China. And the third lesson of this particular week is the Maccabean Revolt, which you may know as Hanukkah. And again, there are activities after every lesson for younger, middle, or older students. Now, at the end of the week, let's say that our students have done 3 lessons, ideally a few activities, and then I wanted to do 2 things to pull these folks together. I wanted to do some timeline work, some mapping work, and then I hand them a very short quiz. The quizzes are simple in nature, just meant particularly for recall. Now back to that timeline. I tell students how to make their own timeline if they want, but I also have pre-made timeline figures if they would desire. As for mapping, I do divide it by age groups, so the little ones get to do a lot with a globe, and the older ones are doing more difficult things. So that's the Mystery of History at a glance of a week of work. And I hope you'll join me. www.themysteryofhistory.com.